Before Kendrick Lamar became known as the face of modern hip-hop, before he won a Pulitzer Prize, before the Grammys, and before his large stadium tours and notable rivalry with Drake, there was a crucial moment in his journey. At this point, Kendrick was not yet a king but a young rapper eager to prove himself. This moment occurred in a recording booth, without lights, cameras, or an audience. Just Kendrick, a microphone, and one man who had yet to believe in him. Anthony "Top Dawg" Tiffith, the founder and CEO of Top Dawg Entertainment, was known for his brutally honest and straightforward nature, making it hard to impress him. In the early days of TDE, this honesty could determine an artist's future. So when a young Kendrick Lamar walked into Top's office and confidently claimed he was ill, he didn't receive any encouragement or praise. Instead, he faced a challenge. "All right, prove it," Top replied. "By the way, welcome to Celebrity Hip Hop Showroom, where hip hop and celebrity drama never sleep, so hit that subscribe button so you never miss the mess. Let's get into it." Kendrick rose to the challenge. He stepped into the booth and rapped, not for 5 minutes or 20 or even 30, but for a full hour, non-stop. He delivered verse after verse, without hooks or pauses, showcasing his raw talent. This wasn't about creating a hit or a catchy song. It was solely about demonstrating his skill, determination, and ambition. This was Kendrick Lamar's audition, and he wasn't just trying to impress a label executive. He was determined to make his mark on a movement that would change hip-hop. In a candid interview with Billboard, Dave Free and Terrence "Punch" Henderson, longtime collaborators and co-presidents of TDE, recounted this story, emphasizing Top's initial doubts about Kendrick's potential. Punch remarked, "He probably won't admit it, but Top didn't get Kendrick early on. That's why my relationship with Kendrick was so interesting. I understood what he was doing." Punch recognized Kendrick's vision, while Top had not yet grasped it. That hour-long freestyle session became the turning point for everything that followed. It's easy to look at Kendrick today and forget the obstacles he faced to reach this point. Many overlook that even the most talented individuals experience doubt. Future legends must still earn their place. Kendrick didn't have any advantages. He built his legacy from the ground up, line by line, song by song, through countless struggles. This wasn't the first time someone questioned his authenticity. Jump ahead to 2013. Kendrick Lamar's debut major label album, Good Kid, Mad City, had already gained significant recognition and admiration from both fans and critics. However, when it came time to collaborate with Eminem, another lyrical giant, Kendrick faced a new obstacle. Ed Sheeran shared the story during an interview on The Zach Sang Show. He mentioned that Eminem invited Kendrick to the studio to work on the track Love Game for the Marshall Mathers LP2. Kendrick arrived with his entire crew, eager to create, but Eminem had a different plan. He cleared the rooms, stating, "Just you. Only you in the studio. No entourage. No distractions. Just you, the mic, and my engineer." Eminem had heard the buzz about Kendrick being the top rapper of his generation, but he was also aware of rumors suggesting that Kendrick might have a ghostwriter. Eminem was determined not to let anyone else's contributions tarnish his legacy. So he observed from afar. Kendrick sat alone in the studio and began to write. He remained calm and focused, without making excuses. He delivered. Once again, he demonstrated his talent, not through flashiness or fame, but through concentration, clever wordplay, and precision. He showed Eminem that he was more than just hype. He was a committed artist on the path to mastery. These experiences truly defined Kendrick Lamar, not the awards, magazine covers, or commercial success, but the challenges he faced, the trials he endured, and the doubts he overcame. Kendrick was never about being the loudest voice in the room. He aimed to be the sharpest, the most intentional, and the most grounded. Ironically, the early doubts he encountered may have been the greatest advantage of his career. When someone questions your abilities, you have two options: either prove them wrong or withdraw. Kendrick never chose to withdraw. He stood his ground when Top Dawg had doubts, when Eminem challenged him, and when the entire music industry tried to define him. He remained resolute amidst uncertainty and consistently believed in himself. What's impressive is that even after finding success, Kendrick continued to validate his talent. To Pimp a Butterfly wasn't made for mainstream radio, it was crafted for the culture. It blended jazz, funk, revolution, discomfort, beauty, and pain. While it confused some fans and alienated casual listeners, it elevated the art form and changed the dialogue. Once again, Kendrick proved he wasn't interested in playing it safe, he aimed to challenge his audience. Then came Damn, the Pulitzer Prize-winning album that highlighted his lyrical genius while still being radio-friendly and accessible. However, a closer listen reveals its depth, contrasts, and vulnerability. Kendrick delivered both humble and fear in one breath, showcasing both his triumphs and struggles. By winning the Pulitzer Prize, he became the first rapper to receive such an honor, not for commercial success or trends, but for his artistic merit. That Pulitzer was yet another affirmation, as if to say, if you still doubt me, look at this. Yet, even that wasn't the end of Kendrick's journey to prove himself. In 2024 and 2025, he found himself in a heated rivalry with Drake. The two icons faced off in what became one of the most talked about rap battles in recent memory. Kendrick didn't hold back. He produced some of the sharpest and most clever diss tracks in hip-hop history. From Euphoria, to Meet the Grahams, to the viral hit, Not Like Us, Kendrick created a masterclass in battle rap, combining psychological strategy with artistic brilliance. And he came out on top, not just in the eyes of fans or the streets, but in the larger narrative. He exposed the vulnerabilities in Drake's reign and reminded everyone what rap is truly about: authenticity, skill, and purpose. Looking back at that 1-hour freestyle in front of Dawg, it feels pivotal. That moment was more than just a challenge. It foreshadowed what was to come. Kendrick has kept that same drive and passion ever since. He continues to rap as if he has something to prove and performs as if he's still fighting for his place. Perhaps that's what distinguishes him. In an era where popularity often overshadows substance, Kendrick Lamar stands out. He's the artist who freestyled for an hour to earn his label's respect, who crafted his lyrics under Eminem's watchful eye, and who took risks with every album. He's the one who faced off against Drake without flinching. What's even more impressive than Kendrick's talent is his discipline. He doesn't flood the market with releases or follow trends. He shares music only when he has something significant to convey, and when he does, the world listens. Whether addressing topics like racial inequality, mental health, generational trauma, or industry politics, Kendrick approaches each line with intention, because it truly matters. He has expressed that he writes from a place of authenticity rather than convenience, choosing to be uncomfortable and honest instead of comfortable and compromised. That's what sets him apart. At first, people like Dawg may not have seen his potential. Eminem might have had doubts. The industry may have questioned how far a poet from Compton could go in a commercialized, streaming-driven music environment. But Kendrick responded to all that skepticism in the only way he knows, through his music. Through countless hours in the studio, lyrics that delve into the human experience, and moments where he put everything on the line to prove his worth, he has not only secured his place but has also emerged as a leader. Kendrick Lamar illustrates that greatness isn't always recognized immediately. Sometimes it has to fight for acknowledgement and overcome doubt. But when it finally breaks through, it doesn't just find success. It redefines what success means. So the next time you hear Kendrick deliver a verse, think about those hours in the studio. Recall the silence when Eminem cleared the room. Consider the critics who questioned the commercial appeal of jazz-infused rap. Remember the fans who wondered if he could return after a long hiatus. And remember that Kendrick Lamar confronted it all head-on. He stood his ground, he rapped, and he proved himself again and again. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.